My question for both of you, and I want Mark in on this too, and this one goes to you as well, Logan. You're 2-0 on the season. You got the big road. I'm going to call it a road win because it was essentially a road win in New Orleans. Are you both surprised at all that Florida State? I know that they got a lot more votes in the polls in the others receiving votes category, and they were the first one in the others receiving votes category in the coaches poll. Are you surprised at all that Florida State didn't get ranked? Because to me, so far the polls this season have been very interesting. How let's use our rival Florida for example. Florida goes out on the road, at home, beats a ranked Utah team, goes from unranked to 12th in the country. There's been a lot of interesting rankings so far this season. So don't get me wrong. I understand why Florida State is not ranked. I get it. But that being said, did it surprise you at all that Florida State did not enter the polls after either the LSU game or after the bye week?
Not yet. I think after this week, yeah, you get ranked. I know they got a good amount of votes, and right now college football seems like all over the place, in my opinion. I mean, Texas did a great job against Alabama. Texas A&M just fumbles that game and yada, yada, yada. I don't think Florida State should have been ranked after the LSU game, also because LSU had a lot of question marks going into this season too, and they still are going to have some for the next couple of weeks as they get into SEC play, which I don't think is going to be so easy for them. An offensive line that had to work on a lot of things, no running backs, and Jaden Daniels' first game being a transfer and everything. I didn't think that was hey, let's put FSU ranked after a 1-point win against LSU where they almost blew it kind of game. But when you go on the road like this, Jason, and you haven't beaten, Mike Norvell has not beaten Scott Satterfield, and he's going to have to play them on a Friday night at Rousey Stadium. Coach Satterfield said that he wants it to be a very hectic stadium and haunting for Florida State when they get in there. You go on the road like that, you win in prime time ACC opponent, then you're allowed to come in and get ranked. And that's something that Florida State hasn't had in a very long time. But then I'm already thinking ahead on that. And is this team ready to be ranked? Can this team erase, stop looking at the rankings and stuff and move on from that? But still, your biggest goal right now this weekend on Friday night is to get that win. But no, I don't think they should have been ranked after LSU just yet.
It looks like the voice of college football is going to appease the masses real quick and talk about why
there's my answer.
The best team in the country.
There it is.
Wow, number 11.
We rank based on preseason perception. We rank based on the results on the field. And so when you bring up the AP and the coaches poll, Jason, you got to understand, I think they're rubbish. They're garbage. They're incompetent at their role there. I know that's not their job. They've got other jobs, but they just rank based on perception. So case in point, Appalachian State goes to Texas A&M, clearly is the better team on that day. Not saying they're the better team, but they are the better team on that day. They win the game, and there are no other data points to elevate Texas A&M over Appalachian State. And why is Texas A&M still ranked after that performance, and Appalachian State's not? Just doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna need an explanation on your number 9, please.
My number 9. I can't even see my number 9
that'd be
here.
The Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, they shut out Temple 30-0, and they beat Northwestern, the team to beat that won its first game, and they won that game on the road. It's all based on resume. It's not based on who I think is the 9th best team in the country. I do not believe in any such way that Duke is the 9th best team in the country or that Florida State's the 11th best team in the country. But based on their resumes thus far, that's where I have them.
I'd like to see your top 6. It's interesting there. Let's hit play here with Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college.
Not on the wrong. Here we go.
There we go. So let's see. We're at number 7 is BYU, big win over Baylor. 6, Oregon State. Ooh, okay.
Beat Fresno State and Boise State.
5, Mississippi State at 4, Kentucky at 2. Okay.
There it is.
So Mark's gone back to drinking. Got it. Okay, cool.
Going back.
Again, we actually rank the teams based on what they've done on the field.
Hey, I'll take the ranking for FSU.
That's fine. So Arkansas, you have as the number 1 ranked team based on their resume of beating Cincinnati and South Carolina. Okay.
Yes, they have the 2 best collective wins in the country.
You do not take away anything about the fact that both of them were at home and they haven't had true road test yet.
Well, that factors into it, but yeah, let me state this. That's the ranking. I do not profess to be perfect. I don't think that exists, a perfect ranking, but it's logical.
Okay.
It's not flawless or perfect, but it's logical. Makes sense.